Over the last year, I have spent countless hours testing every single part of this brand new 120 ePDL kayak from Old Town. In this video, you're gonna see some of the crazy stuff we have put this kayak through, like taking it deep into the Florida backcountry, 7 miles out, and making it back in one piece. Taking it on weird, crazy, windy days like this one. And if that wasn't enough, we also put a crazy heavy boat motor on the bow of this kayak just to see how it performs. And then we compare it to some of the leading kayaks out there. Hey guys, welcome to another amazing episode of unboxing, setting up, and walking through a bunch of new kayaks that we just got from Old Town. This is a bunch, actually it's 2 of them, but these 2 are very, very special. See why? This one right here, actually I think I actually killed both of this type of kayaks, but not quite, because these are different. This one over here is probably gonna change the game once again. And this one here, well, let's just say if you want to take your family with you and you want to reduce the infighting with the pedals and like don't hit me, this one is gonna help you out with that, and you'll see why. So let's go ahead and start unboxing these boats. I think I'm gonna start, this is kind of broken here, so let's just, wow, we got a bunch of stickers here. Overpack, lithium, warning, unwrap immediately, do not leave the kayak or canoe in direct sunlight. Whoa, look at this, guys. ePDL Plus. I want to see what's behind door number 1. Oh man, you could put a big battery in here. What is this? Built-in horizontal rod holders, a cable for the motor, through hole. What the through? Wow, it's gonna be interesting, man. This is the rotor system. You've seen that rotor a billion times before. What I do love about Old Town is that, look at that, the rotor is set up already. This right here looks epic already. We got the drive, we got the battery, which I think it is an amazing amped outdoor lithium battery. If you wanna power your electronics, make sure to buy an amped outdoors lithium battery because they're the best. Excellent guarantee, excellent product, got nothing to worry about. Nice. So guys, I'm gonna be using this knife that I got from Old Town back in 2020 when we got the AutoPilot. This is what I'm gonna be using to unbox this. I'm not gonna use a knife, I think it's just fitting. So what we got here is the paperwork that you need to register your kayak, the wire, kill switch, and other items that we're gonna need to set this boat up. Now, about registering this watercraft, I don't know. I think you should not, like, my opinion, is that this boat, even though it's an ePDL, it wouldn't engage the motor unless you assist it manually. Therefore, it is more like an e-bike, and e-bikes do not need to be registered. I don't think this boat needs to be registered, but it's up to you. All right, let's continue here. These are cool. It's very windy, so I need to like keep putting garbage away. Know before you go, for more information on the ePDL Plus, scan this barcode. And if you want to buy one or learn more about it, oh my god, they did overpack, bro. Everything is super secure. I love how Old Town set this boat up for shipping, so there's no problem. This is the seat right here. Is your normal sportsman seat. Super excited about this brand new boat from Old Town. I mean, look at it. Look at this thing. Doesn't it look impressive? Like, look how much deck space you actually have. Like, look how thin the walls are. The seat will go here. Once the drive is down, this is like a giant deck to work. Imagine if Old Town makes one of these boat just a paddle boat, 120 professional paddle that comes with the motor setup. You could do a bow mounted GPS trolling mode if you want, or rig up a fancy NK300 here in the back. Like, let you build it up, dude. It's gonna be it. I think that boat that I would like them to make will require its own video, so I'm not gonna talk much about this video, because this is all about the ePDL, guys, because ePDL is where it's at. This electrical pedal assist system is amazing. I had it on the 132 PDL and I loved it, but not so much the hole. But this is one of my favorite hole ever, the 120 PDL, because it's super stable and it's still efficient. And with the ePDL drive, I'm looking forward to this like you have no idea. I was so excited to learn that I was gonna get it today. Oh my god, super. The only problem is I hurt everywhere right now. I got a nerve acting up right here. It's been a while. You probably heard me say it 1,000 times in the videos, but it's because it's ever present and it affects my moods. And the other thing is, yeah, check this video here that I'm gonna link if you wanna learn why I'm also feeling a little weird today. What? I'm outdoors. This is a 36 volt 20-hour lithium battery, and it's gonna be plenty of power to run this ePDL for at least 3 hours at maximum speeds. And you could be 100% sure that we're gonna be testing the limits of this ePDL by taking it on an impressive trip down in the Florida Keys, going to the backcountry, and really having an amazing time catching all kinds of fish, taking awesome pictures on the sandbar. You're gonna love that video. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna charge this up while I set up the rest of the boat. It's a new boat. Huh? Ben, Lucas. Okay, Lucas is gonna be the first one on an ePDL. Look at that. See, it's gonna go there in here. Uh-oh, Lucas. Casi te caes. A ver. All right, let's go ahead and set up the ePDL quick. Let's put it right here so we can work on it. Put this tube through. Now those two arrows are gonna point you in the right direction. I think that's perfect right there. Tie it down. Voila! The drive is on, just like that. All right, guys. So I had to drive on, nothing else, just to drive, and it doesn't feel that heavy. It actually feels good. Hola, Lucas. Whoa, guys, it's very windy. Look at the tree. My goodness. And it may rain as well. So I only got a few minutes to start setting up this Old Town ePDL Professional. It's only for the professionals out there. And all of you are professionals. All you need to do is just get yourself a fancy 120 Sportsman ePDL and you'll be a pro. Oh yeah, I like 25 grabs, you know, all over this, and make sure to put dual power poles. And then on top of that, you know, forget dual power pole, put dual motors in the back, put a power pole on the side, like open this up a little bit, and then put like a giant TV here, 70-inch screen, and then you'll be a professional. Then you're gonna be able to catch fish. Isn't that funny that the pros need all the gadgets they can get just to compete? Otherwise I won't be able to compete. Oh, so annoying. And the battery should go in here. Oh my god, we got a little fancy battery tray right here with, this is cool. See, this is why Old Town is so epic, because they think about all the little things. This thing is pre-wired completely. It's just plug and play. It even comes with the battery, dude. Like, you don't even have to source the battery. Comes with it. So we got this cable. Now this cable is for the motor itself. So here, I think all I have to do is just open this right here, and it would just plug in. Let's bring the drive down. Pull up towards you. And on the water, this will be so much easier. Bring down. Look down. I want to see what's in here. Oh, I was gonna say nothing, but we got stuff. Can I move that from there, put it somewhere else? Okay. Now, Old Town is all about redundancy of being safe on the water. So without your kill switch, you're not going anywhere. Let's turn it on. Old Town. Press plus to continue. Right, it looks like it's saying 40 volts and it's saying complete fully charged, but I don't think so. But at least it's 75%. So the battery will tell you each of those are 25%. So if it's at 80%, it will tell you that it's 100. You know what, let's crank it up. Am I touching something? It's just the sand. It's just grass, so we should be fine, I think. Okay, look at that. We are in cruise control right now. Battery is going. Let's see if we go to speed 5. Whoa, good job. Let's stop it. Going reverse stops it. Nice. The ePDL drive is working. Yes. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and rig up the other things that we need, which is just the rudder control and the paddle holder, and all that is right here. Digrade grease, I guess. Well, we should put that on the connectors, you know, we should put that on the connectors. Let's do this first and then rig up the, put the grease on. Turn the motor off. Kill switch. This one we just snap on here. Boom. There you go, guys. This is it. This is the fancy Old Town 120 ePDL Plus Professional, and it's gonna be a special boat because of everything you could do to it. I'm gonna be able to put my auto boat system. You could put your UPS bound trolley motor, or if you don't want to deal with that because you have the ePDL drive, you could just choose to put a power pole here on the bow if you want. ePDL drive, for those trips that I don't want to deal with anything extra, is gonna make it super special. And again, I just put a power pole there or back here and a good anchor up. If you want to do some monstrosity setup, like if you want to go crazy, you could put dual motors right here on the back, or bring the rudder completely down, put a plate, and put a 9.9 in here. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. Anyway, so hey guys, welcome to the walkthrough portion of this video. I decided to do the walkthrough of the boat with everything that I would take fishing on it, because I think it will give you a more real sense of walkthroughness. I think I just made that up. But also because I think you've seen the insides and the little things about the boat on the unboxing and setup portion of this video, so why show you the naked boat again? Let's go ahead. And also because I don't feel like removing all this stuff. I want to make use of the scenery here. It is a Tuesday, the weather is beautiful, Black Point Marina, and nobody's here. Like, I'll never get to do this walkthrough like this again. So let's get into it. We're gonna start here at the back. Look at this. Does it look familiar? Yeah, I think you're looking at 120 familiar. Yes, that's right. The Old Town AutoPilot 120. This one, the back looks just like it. One thing missing though, the rudder is much smaller. The blade is not as wide as the AutoPilot one, and I think I'm gonna be putting the AutoPilot rudder here, because even though that one turned very well, I just tested it there, I even turned around in between the docks, I feel like I want better turning ratio when I'm fighting current, when I'm, you know, in the middle of the keys and there's a bridge and there's current ripping. I want to be able to turn easier, and I think I'm going to accomplish that with that other rudder. I'll update you. We did an initial review of this boat. If you want to check it out, it's in the channel. But we're gonna come back and do kind of like a proper 30 days after use type of review type of thing. But right here on the back, you can see that Old Town added 2 shallow anchor mounting system. I got one here with my fancy, super useful micro anchor from Power Pole. Totally worth the money if you want to spend it. But this has changed my fishing, and I'm gonna tell you more about it. I bought this, I think, in 2017-ish maybe, and I almost never used it until recently, and I think that was a mistake on my part, because that thing is very, very useful, and it makes a boat like this not miss a spot lock basically. So over here we got an access hatch, which is very important because you got this through hole wiring connection kit right here. So if you want to rig this boat with a bow mount trolling motor and you want to run the cables, it's nice to have this hatch here, and you already have the rudder in there, so it will be a seamless, easy setup, and I'm gonna be doing that pretty soon. So moving forward, you got a giant tank well. My black pack is here. I added this tie down from Yak Attack, and it's super tight down. It's not gonna go anywhere, but you really don't have to use this because you got bungees that are very strong, and this bungee is gonna hold your black pack or milk crate, whatever you want, super tight. And then look at the space, bro. This is a 13 by 16 black pack. It will definitely accommodate a big one. You could even put a bucket here for your live bait if you want, or if you want to move the black pack a little far and then the bucket in here, or a giant cooler. You got space there. It's super deep and super big tank well, super special. This right here are tie downs for if you want to put an Old Town battery box to kind of trim the boat out if you put a bow mounted trolling motor, so it'll level the way out and so the boat is more efficient. And what I love about what Old Town did with this new boat is this gear tracks. Look at this. They look nice. They look like they belong there. They're solid. They're there. Like, they're not gonna go anywhere. I wonder what's underneath that. I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew one of the screws and see if it's inserts or just the plastic. But I feel like, I don't know, it feels stronger than just plastic. Moving forward, you got 2 flush mounted rod holders, and be careful with these because I lost one of these rods in the keys the other day and made me really sad. Is because these rods are really nice, super smooth, there's epic special, and there's not much holding it. if a fish takes it or something like that. So always tie it down or use a different rod holder. Just be mindful. I think a normal rod with kind of like this cork or whatever, it's gonna dig in here, so it may not fall off, but it is something that you need to be mindful of. That's why Old Town added this little thing here so you could tie it down. Moving forward, in here you got access to inside the hole, and it's mainly for your battery. This is where the included Amped Outdoors lithium battery will live, and you could buckle it down with that. I don't have mine buckled down because I'm gonna be charging it, and I wasn't gonna spend a lot of time on the water today, or I wanted to, but at least I had that feeling that it was gonna be a short trip, and it was. So right here you got the rudder thing that controls deploying and redeploying the rudder, and you got sort of like an access plate right here. If something were to go wrong with your rudder system, you could remove this, get access to inside the hole. And this is like right here, compared to other Old Towns models, like this is perfect because you could work on this. I'm gonna be replacing the rudder for the AutoPilot one, like I mentioned earlier, and I think this is gonna come as a blessing, being able to just make changes and tweak and wiring and like all that stuff through this access panel. And also it doubles as sort of like a sacrificial setup where, let's say you want to put lights or a control system for your electronics, you could put it here, and if you change your mind, you just get a new one of these and boom, replace it. This flush mounted rod holder is very super useful. It's nice when you are changing baits, or you just got a fish, you want to find a place to drop your rudder, find a place to drop your rod quick. Right here, boom, super nice. This pocket, I get it why they did it so small, is because they want to give you more space right here so you do your thing, and they work because I could just put my GoPro right there and it's not gonna go anywhere. I just love that right there. Some people are gonna complain that, oh, it should be bigger for Plano boxes, but then you lose this, right? You know, and the Plano boxes, you could simply get some watertight ones and put it under your seat, because look how much space you have there. Like the space is humongous. Look at that, so much space. You could make your own setup for storage or whatever, and it's designed in a way that once you put it down, it's not gonna go out. But you also have the space here if you just want to use the Plano boxes. I mean, you set it up the way you want to set it up. Right here, if you're not using the horizontal rod holders, you could put your Plano boxes right here. You got a lot of space. Look at that. These are like giant spaces. And also you could set this up in a way that your rods are not touching the floor. These are Piscifun Naughty X IP67. I don't care if they get wet, even salt water. Well, it's out of care, but like I don't mind. Like, I'm not worried about it, okay? But maybe you want to keep your rods out of the water, bait casters, and they stay nicely on top. This, well, you gotta find a way to maybe hold it like this so they don't touch the water, or do your own razor or rod storage or whatever. But the built-in deck, the way that it was built, I think it's good enough. I think this is one of the best implementations that I've seen when it comes to horizontal rod holders. So moving forward, you got the rotor control system. If you don't like this one, you could replace it with aftermarket ones, like from Jack Hobby. Is that how you say it? I don't know, I forgot already. You could just get a new one and replace it. Do your thing. Over here, I don't know if this is meant to be like this, kind of like loose, but I don't mind it. They made it that the tracks double as a handle, but I think adding this extra touch here of adding this comfort like thing so you feel like you're gripping something nice makes it extra special. Really good implementation right there by Old Town. And you got a pocket just like the other one. Over here you got one of the kill switch. You will put your key here, so if something happens, you fall off the boat, the motor stop working. This is how the horizontal rod holders look. There's a tube inside, and I'm gonna show you right now how that looks. Don't worry about my mess, everything is fine. And those are the tubes. They don't look like just regular standard Home Depot PVC pipes. They look more fancy. Maybe they are, I don't know. I don't know how watertight they are though. See, that's why the 30 days review will be more epic, because it's gonna include things like flipping the boat and see how much water it gets inside through here and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. But this is nice here. You got so much space. I have a cast net right here, but like you could like put a wall so things don't get out of there. Like you could, I mean, there's so much to cover, so much to do on this boat that I won't be able to cover everything in this video, but at least hopefully you get enough information to learn about it, and maybe, you know, think about getting one for yourself if you want to do that. So moving forward, we have the fancy ePDL drive, and I think this is a beast. I think this is worth every penny, especially for somebody like me who has having issues with legs. When I don't want to pedal, I just hit the motor, and you know I love motors, and I think this is totally worth the price tag. That motor, it's nice, it's very fast, it's super efficient. I mean, it's powered by a 20-amp 36 volt battery, and it lasts 3 hours, the motor on its own. Like, that's crazy. And I did test it out, so I like it. I like it. If it was just a regular PDL drive, well, I'll be motorizing it, you know. But the Old Town drive is really nice. It's one of the best, the regular PDL drives. But I love motors, man, and this is like the answer to my prayers. And combining it with a micro anchor, it's like sometimes it's not that bad that I'm not in my AutoPilot, you know what I mean? Especially when I'm fighting a fish and I have to go in reverse quick, or there's ever-changing conditions and I'm not anchored. You know, this is nice. This is very nice. So moving forward here, this gear tracks go all the way up to here, which is very nice because I could put a camera here, and also have a lot of space right here. Normally this pole, let me take it out of there. Let me show you what I did here. Ooh, boom. I'll just put it here. It's gonna go, lock it down, just go like that. And then to hold it here in the back, because stuff will happen, I just go like this, boom. And this is not gonna go anywhere. It's tied down, and this is why you're able to do this, because you got so much gear tracks. I forget how many inches of gear tracks you have on this boat, but it's a lot. And if you want more, this one here looks like a particular nice space to add more gear tracks if you feel like it. Like, the storage option for this boat are crazy how much storage you have, especially compared to previous Old Town models. And talking about that, you got another piece of gear track right here that is a front handle, and it's epic because I could put that there and have the giant view right there. Like that's like you could see the whole boat and myself with this angle here. I really like that. And of course you got bow mounted trolley motor options. This area is super flat. Sorry that it's covered with this here, but I don't feel like removing that right now. Maybe I'll put a B-roll on it, but it's flat. You could put your bow mounted trolley motor right here and have fun. I highly recommend you get it. TV Nation's Out of Boat Smart Head, put it here. We're gonna be doing that video soon. Man, so many videos, so many ideas, and I haven't even been able to get to half of them. This is crazy. You got a fancy drain plug right there. And I think I covered pretty much everything on top of the boat, but let's see what's under the boat, right? Let's go ahead and hopefully I don't get called out for this. I'm gonna go under the boat. let me protect myself. Hopefully no gators come here. I mean, well, no gators gonna come here, but there's a giant croc here. So you got a sacrificial plate right here that you could replace, very nice. And then right here you could put your fish finder transducer, and this area is huge. As you can see, you could put like a, I don't know, like, look at that, how many inches is that? So let's measure for good luck. Well, this is like over 20 inches of space, so you could definitely put like a giant transducer here and you have no problem whatsoever. And it's protected from the sides, and it's protected, like, it's not exposed, right? And it's also protected from the sides. Looking down, you see the fancy hole for the PDL drive. It's really nice. And you see that why this boat is so stable, because you got that W hole, which also is a problem if you have a normal trailer, because it's practically impossible for this thing to be perfect. And then when you're going down, like the boat like this is gonna stick somewhere over there. So launching it like a boat could be a problem. I think you need a specialized, I wouldn't say specialized, but I think you need a trailer that it was designed to work with the old towns. And I'm gonna see if there is such a thing. I mean, I got a bunch of trailers, but the only kayak specific trailer I have is a Malone trailer, but it's kind of like a boat trailer, so I don't know. I want to be able to put this boat on a trailer like this, and I want to be able to back up to the ramp, hit the brakes, and the boat will launch like a normal boat will launch. But that U-haul, which is very special because it's very efficient and it's very stable, doesn't quite align to what I'm trying to do here. Like, you see the transducer setup underneath. Once this starts lighting out, that it gets to this point here and it falls, it gets stuck in here. So that's why those trailers, they have that little, kind of like the tubes kind of fold down, so you don't have this, so there's nothing to stick to. So that's the solution. I wonder, but this is my boat trailer. I'm gonna have to get a new trailer. I don't know. If you think you have the answer to my issues, my trailer issues for kayaks, and you want to help out, I don't know, reach out. Maybe there's something we can do. But yeah, I think I need a trailer, like one designed to work with this kayak. Nice fiberglass paddle from Old Town. Boom, it's gonna go here. Oh, that's wrong. I put this wrong. I hope the other one is not wrong as well. Oh man, I pulled this wrong yesterday. Whew, that's messed up. There you go. Synchronization. Andres. Go ahead and this should be easy. Perfect. Atu, come here. I'm gonna put one of the drive on and see if you could like bring it all the way.
Take that over there.
Yeah, there's an opening over there. See if you could lift it. Wheel it out. And then come back for this drive. Don't put it on the water, just bring it as close as you can. Okay? Plug in the cable. Okay. Well, I do gotta say, it's not that heavy. If you put the right kayak card in the right place, it doesn't feel heavy at all. Oh my God. First touches of water. Lucas. Woohoo. This man?
Yeah.
Woohoo. Okay, Sophie, you're gonna get on the boat with, look, Andres, come over here. The controllers are back here, the rudder. Okay, so, and the pedals. Mommy's gonna be in the front with Lucas. She may not be able to help you pedal, so, you know, just be mindful. You're the captain. We have an hour. You guys, everybody's gonna have to get wet, at least the pants. It's kind of heavy. Try.
No. Lookies.
Hmm.
Lookies.
Cookies. Oh my goodness. Oop, te caíste, Lucas. All right.
That's it.
Good thing we have a high tide. Use the paddles to get out of here because there's rocks. Oh my God, it's floating. Okay.
Wait. I want to hold it.
I'm holding. Comfy? Grab your baby. Okay. Okay, let me bring this down so you have more space. A ver, Lucas, pies. Okay. All right, to get on the boat. Remember, you have the control of everything. Sit down. Pedal. See if we have to move the pedal closer. Do we have to move it? No. Wait, fix this. The backrest. Okay. Pedal out. Stay close to the mangroves. Enjoy yourselves. Whew. That was nice. We got level 1 assist going on here. All right, let's do 5. Let's catch up. Look, the moon is already out. We're going for a nice sunset paddle. What's up?
Is there a boat coming out? I don't want to crash. I don't want to crash.
Huh?
Yeah!
Whoa, let's do cruise. Andres, don't get too close because rocks. Oh, let's get the wake.
Oh no.
Let's see what happens. Whoa, whoa.
No, why are you going faster?
That's cool.
Oh, paddle, the paddle.
Paddle?
Yeah, the paddle is there.
Oh, yeah, I got it. Who needs a paddle anyways?
Andres,
You?
viste how fast they can come and
This is a good exercise. I'll stop the motor quick and grab my paddle.
What did you say?
we're gonna turn right again.
Okay.
So let's pedal fast, pedal. You move it to your right, okay? Did you? Okay. Lucas.
¿Cómo la están pasando? How you guys doing?
Good.
Is it fun? Who's doing all the work?
Andres.
Good job, Andres. I hear a boat.
What?
Out of the way, quick! There's a boat coming.
Andres?
Look! I'm not doing anything. I'm moving. I think you guys need to upgrade.
Huh. It's almost like you kept that one.
Haha. Let's see what happens. We could do a quick turn here. Think I need to adjust the rudder. I was able to turn, but I wasn't happy with the reach. Sophie, did you pedal on your own? Like, did you help Luke, Andres?
I did.
And how did it feel, both of you pedaling?
I don't know, faster? Andres, what do you think?
I didn't really notice.
Can I go backwards?
Yeah, you could go in reverse. You didn't know
I'm
that?
gonna hit you or bug you or anything?
No, it's fine. We're on kayaks. You could go in reverse.
Andres,
Mm-hmm.
can you turn it to the right?
Okay, yeah, be careful because the camera.
Don't.
Yeah, and just keep it to the right and I'm gonna pedal.
Esto es el pescado. Una carnada.
Andres, to the right, right? Yahoo! Okay, ahora quítalo, in the middle. To the middle. I don't want to go into the highway.
We're going to the highway.
No!
We're going to the
I'm
highway.
going backwards then.
We're going to the highway.
I'm going backwards. We're going nowhere.
I'm going to the highway.
No.
I'm going to the highway.
Why?
I'm joking.
All right, so I'm seeing 3.6, 4.1, 3.9 miles an hour, 3.8, 4 miles an hour, speed 5, 4.1. It's gaining, it's gaining. I think we're fighting current here though. Let's turn around and see what kind of speed we see. 4.6, 4.5. Dude, look, 4 miles an hour against the current and 4.5 with it. See 4.7? Not bad. I was kind of worried that we were gonna be a little slower. I'm gonna do a proper water demo later. Not today though. I just wanna get a feel for this sunset, Florida Keys. I'm with the family. They have the Malibu T. The T stands for tandem, dual PDL. And I just want to enjoy this really. It is short and nice to have the pedal assist, man. Very, very nice. Let me grab this rod just in case. We still have reverse here.
I'm going backwards.
You go in reverse?
It's fun, but I want to have the control. I want to.
You just switch. Make Andres the motor, and then you and Lucas on the back, and you control the boat.
No, it's good.
But we're in the water, like.
No, Andres, backwards, backwards, backwards.
backwards.
Let's get out of here.
Okay, so I thought that a tandem kayak with dual PDL was gonna fix the tandem problem, but it looks like it won't because you guys are fighting about control.
He's annoyed because I keep telling him where to go.
Oh my god. Hey Lucas.
Insert informational speech about the dichotomy of man or whatever.
Communication. See, humans excel at communication, so you guys shouldn't have any problem whatsoever.
Did not expect them to actually follow up on the joke.
Oh, it wasn't a joke.
Andres, backwards.
What?
Backwards.
Oh.
I'm gonna go see if I catch a cuda. Come with me on this epic adventure where we're gonna take a bunch of Piscifun rods and reels deep into the backcountry of the Florida Keys. Crystal clear, beautiful waters, just full of fish. But we're not gonna go there on a boat. No way. No. We're taking my brand new Old Town ePDL kayak. Don't worry, it is a professional kayak. So let's get into this video and I'll show you how all this gear, especially the Piscifun rods and reels, perform out there in the real world. This is not a garage review. Well, I failed on my launch sequence because my bunks are not right. Okay, let's do this. Drive down. Boom. It is secure. Kill switch to myself. Boom. Turn motor on. Good sign. Plus button. Motor's on. To remove the stick. We'll see. Are we ready? Let's go. Oh, I didn't bring a spare prop. Shoot. Hope there's no crazy rocks around here. Okay, pedal assist. I'm gonna go all out and cruise control. Finally on the water, ready to go. First stop is the island over there. Hopefully we don't get stranded. Not stranded. What's the word? I don't know. Headland. So I wanted to cut through here, but I noticed that it started to get shallow. So now I'm like, what do I do? Do I go across the channel and go to Sawyer Key? We got this fancy Piscifun R1 carbon R1 rod. It's very super sensitive. You could feel any bite whatsoever. And we have it paired up with the 3000 size Nuttix. This is a thing that has been underwater for like 15 times, salt water. Don't recommend you do that because, you know, nothing is ever perfect, and over time it's gonna start having issues, of course. But if you got the occasional dunk or splash, have nothing to worry about with this reel. It is like under $80, I think, and if you use my code, which I'm gonna put on the screen, it's gonna save you more money. You're getting the performance of a reel that is over 200 bucks at least. Did I hit the ground again? I don't know. It's kind of weird. I'm staying close to this channel, but I don't want to be in the channel because I don't want to be paying attention to the boats. So, but anyways, guys, if you want, like, this is a really good setup right here. You could go to a 2000 size. If you're gonna be bass fishing, get a Carbon X2 1000 2000 and one of these rods, and you're gonna be perfect. If you are fishing the flats like I am in salt water, this could stop a tarpon 100%. This could stop a nice cuda. This could stop all of that because it has nice nook. So definitely give it a look. I'm gonna link them on YouTube shops. You could just click on the product on this video, like right now it's showing up on the screen. Go check it out. So tarpon key is over there. I don't know which key is this one. All right, so this land mass doesn't even have a name. I don't think so. So I'm gonna call it the no name key. Oh wait, there's like 10,000 like that. Maybe it has a name. It didn't show up on Google Maps. But we need the first fish. I don't care what it is. This looks like prime fishing waters. Okay, I saw a flash. I set the hook, and we got the first. Never mind. Acrobatic kudas. Why are they so small? This looks like a nice fishy waters. Why are these kudas so small? Oh my God, what's going on? I wanted to go to contents, but I'm not feeling that well. Didn't feel like paddling because I was gonna hit shallow waters. So I'm gonna go sewer, whatever the name is, which I could go on the channel, use my motors. That's a throwaway video. I don't care if people watch it. This is the brand new 120 ePDL, but it's in embargo. Nobody's supposed to know anything about it, so you didn't hear anything. And it's I always like the boat. 120 is impressive, dude, and this one is way better, like way better. And I just got a keeper snapper, Alfred. This thing is huge, bro. Yeah. Gulp. Yeah, gulp. Bro, this thing is a keeper, man. Let me see how big it is. I'm gonna put it back because I don't want to mess up my drinks. Bro, it's at least 14 inches. It's probably pushing 15.
What kind of snapper?
Mangrove snapper.
Oh man, bring it back to me, I'll take it.
You want it? Okay. I'll put it in the cooler right now. Wait. Let me put it in the cooler first before. Let me put it in speaker. Alright guys, this is the great Alfred Montaner. He called me because he gave me a citation for using Game Changer once again, even though I learned all this from him. Alfred.
Well, Alex is absolutely wrong. I scolded him for using the term game changer because everything seems like it's a game changer on his channel as of late. But other than that, I need to take that back because Alex is going to give me that 14-inch mangrove snapper. So I can fry that up tonight and eat it, because he was going to throw it back into the gods of Barcerismoism to catch it on a later date, and I'd rather eat it now. So I want to thank Alex for telling me about that brand new kayak before you guys even knew about it, but I couldn't even tell anybody about it, and I couldn't even know that this video was out because it's out after the embargo. So yeah, that sucks. So nobody knows about this other than him before anybody, because he doesn't even take a picture and let me see it. No,
bro, you can't see it. But I'm not filleting the fish. You're gonna have to fillet it.
That's fine, dude. Don't worry about it. I'll fry that whole thing up.
Oh yeah, that's right, Cuban style.
Yeah, bro. Cuban style for real. All right, Alex, we got a pending fishing day then. Let's go, me and you go kayaking for the first time and actually catch fish. Now that you're actually somewhat of a better fisherman.
Bro, and I got the perfect kayak this time with 3 motors, so I don't have to tow you again.
Okay, but I want to be on the one you're on right now. Exactly the same way you have it set up. Exactly the same.
Perfect. Let's do it.
I'm serious.
I'm serious too.
All right.
Let's do it.
You heard it over here.
I'll send you a picture.
Fishing channel.
That's right. This is a fishing channel today.
Go catch a fish. Go flip a kayak.
No, I don't want to flip today. No, sir. I'm far from land. All right, I'll let you go. I'll send you the picture.
All right, bro. Go do your thing. Later.
Thanks. Bye. Guys, that snapper got caught on the fancy Alloy M by Piscifun. This reel is very, very amazing. Like, the price is epic, and you can save money by using the code that I have linked down below in the description. But it also just works. It casts really, really far away, and if you fine-tune it and you pay attention to what you're doing when you cast, like what I was just doing, holding the line, the rudder so the line doesn't overspool, you have no problem with backlashes or anything like that. I truly believe that because I've been using it. I mean, I wouldn't use this thing if I didn't like it, because I got the other Piscifun reels. Like, if I'm doing a sponsored video like this one is, I could just use the spinning reels all the time, right? They'll probably sell better than this, but I like this one. I like this Alloy M. I extremely love the big Alijos 300. That one is a big reel, but it casts so nice, man. It's a joy to use, and you can use it with tiny little baits or big baits. It's a really nice reel. Recommend you check out Piscifun reels because they're epic for the price. I mean, like, don't expect to get like $1,000 reel for $100 bucks. That's not gonna happen. But what you're getting in return, epic. This nerf thing is a problem, so I'm just gonna, now I need to rig up a new bait and maybe catch more fish. But I got to this little spot right here and I already caught a fish, and I sort of don't even want to move from here because you know what it is. When you go and catch fish, you don't want to move, right? But I got 4 miles to cover. Let's go. I'm gonna let it go. Put cruise control here, do a quick turn. This boat is perfect for those of you that have problems with legs, you know, like nerve issues and stuff like that, like I'm having now, because I could choose to pedal it slowly if I want, give it a little bit of assist, or I could just choose to let it go and focus on fishing or whatever I'm doing. Like, I don't have to forcibly be destroying myself. So right here, I know there's fish in this little channel here. There's big snappers in here, but I have to let it go. Oh my god, this thing is big. What is this? Sweet. That's a second keeper, guys. I already got one for Alfred. Destroy the bait though. Oh my god, the previous snapper caught me here, and that one caught me in the same place. The gill plates, it wasn't the snapper, it was me. Why did I hold it through there? Anyways, you saw how quickly I was able to turn the engine off and focus on fighting the fish. Love it, love it. Why did I cast again? I'm gonna hook up another fish. I'm not sure which one is which one. I think that one over there where the boat is Tarpon Key. I know Sawyer Key is on the channel, and the channel is this always here. So I'm assuming it's that one over there, but I'm not sure. Oh, let's keep going. We need to land down. Alright, let's just hit it. Oh my god, that's the second one that they just eat like that. I don't want to hit the gravel. Hello. This channel could get very gnarly if there's a little bit of weather. It's supposed to be flat today, and look how it is. It's moving like crazy. When I was here on the big water 132 ePDL, I loved it, but I got into the channel closer to land and I felt away. This one doesn't feel bad at all. This is a 120 ePDL professional. It's very stable. Just want to see, you know, get a feel for it right here. Let me stand up. These are amazing. These belts, arcade, they got two kinds. Like this one that's kind of like a, and then they have like a hook one. They're epic because they stretch a little. So, you know, they just fit you. I highly recommend them. I'm gonna drop on a affiliate link to them. I think Amazon sell them if you want to check them out. I think where I want to go is those two keys in front of me. There is a small one first, and then after we hit that one, we should be able to go to the other one. And that's technically about 3.5 miles from where I am right now, and I'm going at 2.5 miles an hour. I guess we're hitting certain conditions if I help it. I'm going at 3 miles right now. I'm probably fighting some nasty current, man. I want to see if I bring the pole down, see if I gain a little bit of speed. Right now we're going at 2.6, 2.8, 2.9, 2.7, around that. 2.8. It's about the same. I don't think that, well, I see 3 now, but it's not a big difference. I thought it was gonna make a huge difference having this pole creating drag with the wind, but it doesn't. Well, at least it gives me peace of mind that I can have the pole up and not worry about it. Sawyer's key, I think that's how I say it. It's not that one, it's that one behind it. But I see sandbars over here. That probably means kudas or stuff. Also probably means we're gonna hit shallow. Well, it's a good sign that he's coming this way at speed. Probably knows this area is deep enough, so I don't have to worry about that. We are hitting serious current right here, like right there. I couldn't even move at speed 3, so that means probably the current is like 2 miles an hour plus going that way. I was gonna cut through the channel, but I think it's best to cut through here because I think it's deep enough. Looks like high tide. I think I could cruise around here. I should also cast around here. I want to use a big caster, but I don't have wire on the bait caster. So, and I know the first big fish I'm gonna hook is gonna be a cuda, and it's gonna cut me off. So I'm not gonna cast with a bait caster. I think I have a higher chance of the rod holder hooking the cuda right than me setting the hook hard. Got the first bite, guys. This looks like prime fishing waters right here. We scare all the birds away. Wow, I can't believe I've made it this far already. I mean, it's kind of late. It is noon right now. Fishing may be a little, oh, giant shark, bro. Giant shark. He's not gonna eat it. I mean, he may eat it. I think he was chasing it. What's with me? I'm not hooking kudas today. It's like I don't want to hook them. That's like the third kuda had the bait in his mouth that I sort of fought and lost. I think I had like 4 kudas that had the jig head in their mouth. Nice stingray, look at that. Thing is huge. It's not moving. Oh, it moved. Oh, I got super scared. Damn, that thing is huge. To come here on a kayak, unless you're planning to spend the whole day here, it's not a good idea because it's far. It's like 7 miles, takes 2 hours to get here, then you still have to get back. But coming here on a skiff, like an inflatable skiff, may be the ticket, because just hit the channel, go 10 plus miles an hour, be here in like 30 to 15 minutes, depending on what boat you bring. I gotta say, that drive is really good. ePDL assist drive is really good. I mean, having to cut across that current thing there, if you had to use the pedal yourself, oh, it wasn't gonna be pretty. Having the assist made it easy work, even with all the issues I'm having in my legs. Yeah, I tried to edit some of those out. Okay, we are approaching good fishing water. This is nice here. Ooh. Oh my God, what is that? Let go. Pull hard. Is this the first one? Yes! The first cuda on the boat. Microscopic, but it did the job, man. Sweet! Sweet! That's a 12-inch cuda, guys. I had something pull harder, but I'm hoping that it wasn't the needlefish. First cuda on the boat, man. It is so nice coming here with high tide. Okay, what is this? It's a big one. Great test for this reel. Nice. Cut the line at the end. Decent size cuda. When I lose my balance. Man, I doubt this fish have ever seen a lure in their lives. Sight fishing, boys. Sight fishing. This is cool, man. I saw this fish chasing the bait. I paused, let it drop. Then I saw it going for it. I knew it was gonna strike it. Then I sort of counted and set the hook. So sight fishing. Finally got the fish on the bait, on the spinning setup. What is this? Is this a fish? Yes, it is. It is a fish. It is a cuda. Whoa, yeah. Just wanted to get another one before I leave. They're tiny, but they're fine, huh? Oh my God. Whew. Good to see what was around here. Oh, look. Hey. I could have caught like 10 more of those, but it's not gonna make for a really good, interesting video catching 10 of those, so. My rod just fell. How did this thing fall in the water? Good thing it's on the Piscifun Naughty X. It's not a fish. Got hooked on something, but don't know how this thing came out of the rod holder. Oh well. Why? I mean, I know some of you guys, this does not apply to some of you guys. Most of you, I hope. But why do people feel online like they're the police? If you see me on a boat that is not registered and testing a motor because it's a demo boat. I can't register demo boats. Even if I wanted to, you think the DMV will be happy with me registering 100 boats? What are they gonna say? Dude, you're a dealer. Why are you wasting our people's hours for no reason? That's like, uh-oh. This is exactly what I was trying to avoid, hitting the rocks. Hopefully I didn't break the prop. Prop is fine, thanks God. All right, it's too shallow to cross over here. See if I could do it over there. Anyways, my boats, the ones that I keep for my personal use, not to make videos, those I registered, and they are. I got like 5 boats registered. But you think any kayak that I put a motor on, that I'm gonna be able to go ahead and go to the DMV and register it? No, believe me, I try. Definitely don't want to hit those rocks again. Mangrove Asarki touch. $12.41. Gonna give it till 1 and then start heading back. I couldn't have asked for a better tide to come here. Okay, what is this? Nice cuda. Whoa, wait, it bit me. Ah, well, it bit the glove, but it's still. Well, at least we caught 2 snappers at the beginning of the trip. I was seriously hoping for snooks and tarpons and stuff like that, not just scooters. Alright, so I'm gonna check this area here and then I'm gonna start heading back. It's kinda late. Oh my god, this is a heavy one. Nice fish. Pulling hard. Keeper size cuda. Yeah, grow bigger. So currently we are about 5 miles away from where we launched at, a blimp road, and we're going about 3.5 miles an hour. So I would say that's 6 an hour, 2 hours. So 1 hour and a half maybe, make it back. So I've been running the ePDL from over there. It's probably more than a mile already. We're still getting that 3.8 miles an hour, 3.7, which is impressive. I'm going straight. I think that's where I launched from, right there. I see the white. That thing still creeps me out. Look at this one over there. Oh my god, it creeps me out. Why did I see it? Anyways, it's a guy. Just need to follow this line straight and I'll be there in the channel. I have to maybe contour with the channel and avoid the boats. But anyways, we get it at 3.7 miles an hour. Same place right here. When I was going that way, I was getting 2.7. So the current was heavy. I think this boat does easy 4 miles an hour, but I think I'm still fighting something. Based on this, I should be at the ramp in about an hour and 10 minutes. Guys, we exhausted the battery. I'm in the channel now. Let me get out of here. Going over here to this flats right here. So I could go and change the battery. I didn't assist the pedal that much at all. If I would have, I would still have battery left. I didn't feel like assisting it. But this right here doesn't feel bad at all. I'm going fast. Amazing Amped Outdoors lithium batteries. New battery goes in. Warning. Fresh battery. Excellent tarpon belly. The blimp is attached to that truck and it's a wire that goes all the way up to the blimp. Crazy cool, if you ask me. Wow. We got to the ramp. Look at this, 21 miles an hour winds. Oh my god, it's heavy. Oh, finally a quality fish, bro. What is this though? Finally a good one, man. Nice. Oh no, oh no, 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 no.
This video is presented by Piscifun.
Hey guys, welcome to another amazing episode of Testing Boats with AliX. We're right here in the Keys today. As you can see, there's basically nobody on the water for good reason. It's nasty, it's windy, it's blown out. Now I'm gonna take you back to the launch and everything else, where maybe I should have stayed, now that I think about it. But at the same time, no regrets. No regrets. Because we learned a few things about the boat, about the gear that I'm testing, and maybe about myself. Let's go. Right here we have a very impressive brand new kayak from Old Town that I've been asking for years. This is kind of like, to me, this is not the name, but this is like an AutoPilot ePDL, sort of. It's not an AutoPilot, of course. It's an ePDL kayak that the whole of the kayak looks a lot like an AutoPilot. That means you got the stability, you got the fishability, you got so much in this kayak. I'm not gonna go through a full walkthrough here. I should be able to go through here without much effort or problems. Let's look ahead. Where are you, Tarpon? Where are you, Tarpon? Isn't this area beautiful? Man, this is so nice here. So the epic thing about a kayak like this is the beauty of everything you can do with it. Right now we got the ePDL drive unit right there. I'm not using it because I'm in really shallow water. Or you could get the non-ePDL option if you want. But you could also stand up on it. It has great stability. You could push, pull, and fish. And if your thing is motors, like it is mine, right there has a shallow anchor. So you could slap out a boat system or a GPS, smart GPS control trolling motor. And right now, you could maybe trim that motor a little bit and be using the remote instead of push pulling through areas like this. So it's very versatile. And then on the back, you got 2 power poles mount settings as well, that you could put a power pole like I have, or you could put an outboard on a fixed position. And we're gonna be doing all those tests here in this channel. So if you're interested, make sure you subscribe and you watch the videos. You have options, man. You could simply use this as a PDL kayak, ePDL kayak, or you could bow mounted trolling motor, and then you use the assisting rudder and you hand steer. It's just epic. So the plan right now is to hit a few spots around this bridge. Gonna do a few casts here, then don't catch anything, start going that way, and hopefully we catch the first fish of the day. I don't think we're gonna see kudas, which is a blessing. I think kudas are eyesight feeders. I could be wrong, I haven't investigated this. It's based on my experience. First fish. This GoPro is gonna stop recording soon, but we got the first fish. Supply a little bit of drag. I think this is a lane snapper, but it's big enough to keep it. I'm not gonna keep it. I just got that fish with this reel, the Piscifun X3000. Didn't feel any clunkiness, nothing. It's IP67, which means this reel has been under salt water more than 13 times and it's still working like close to day 2. Day 1, everything new, you know, whatever. For the price, best deal in town. I highly recommend you check it out. Use my code, I think it's AFL18. It's gonna save you some money. Affiliate link down in the description. Buy some nice reel that you could actually use and enjoy, and it's not gonna break the first time it hits salt water. And also that way you support what I do. We caught the first fish, lane snapper. I think it was a lane snapper. I think they had to be like 8 inches to keep. That one was definitely 10, but I didn't feel like keeping it, so I put it back. So you can have an idea of how heavy this current is. I just spent literally a minute changing my batteries and I was next to the bridge, and look where I am now. It literally was a minute. That's how heavy this current is. I lost pretty much all the ground that I made earlier. Let's go catch another one. All right guys, it's very windy. Just the conditions that I think I wanted to really test what this boat can do. Wow, the current, bro, the current is epic. So let's see how it does with heavy current. I think the current is pushing me back because I noticed I started going slower. Yeah, you could tell we're going much slower now. Let's assist it. Wow. I don't feel like I'm doing anything, and yet I'm moving much faster. And I'm just basically stretching my legs. I don't have to, like, look, the drive could propel me through here, no problem. I think it could go 4 to 5 miles an hour the drive on its own. So unless the current is 4 miles an hour, then you shouldn't have a problem with the drive itself. But if you want to assist it, you can. You save on battery life, and also you stretch your muscles. One of the selling points of the ePDL, whenever you feel a resistance in the drive, it could be that you just have grass. So just pull it up, check it out, and bring it back in. I think I'll come back later for the snapper. I could catch them in several places. I don't have to dwell here. Let's go. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. How did that happen? Again. No, bro, no. Why? Why? Wow, we are hitting some heavy current right here. A brand new rod and reels. So here's what's happening, guys. This is nice and smooth, and if you have a kayak and it has a rod holders are a little inclined back, as you can see there, like if you hit something, it's gonna pull. So what I recommend you do is use something like the Yak Attack Black Pack rod holders, like I have it now, or the other rod holders. Like put it on the tracks and fix the angle so this doesn't happen. I've been using this rod for months on every kind of boats, and I've been trolling with it and all this stuff, and never happened until this one. So I don't know if this one has a more of an incline. I may actually reach out to Catch and get to flush mounted rod holder delete kit and replace this, because look, I put I put strap there mainly to remember not to put my rods in there, but also if I do, should create some kind of traction. It happens twice. Maybe a normal like cork rod or phone rod, it won't happen, but it happened. So I don't know, like I wouldn't use them like that anymore. Okay, so we're gonna fish this dock. This island is sort of protecting us from the nasty wind, so we may have a good afternoon session here. I'm not planning to stay long, but it wouldn't be bad if we catch a few fish here. Okay, what is this? Oh my god, it's heavy. Finally a good one, man. It only took 25 years. Nice, decent sized cuda. Hopefully I don't lose them. Lost it at the end there, but it went into the boat. Whoa. How big is this cuda? I always eyeball them. This is probably 25, pushing 26 inches. That's why it feels so nice. Hopefully it's good. Right. Nice fight, nice setup with this FedEx remastered Piscifun Carbon R1. Guys, I can't say enough about the Piscifun Carbon R1. This one FedEx took the liberty of cutting into pieces. Piscifun did replace it, but I decided to just put a new tip on it. It went from like a 7 medium to a 6.6 medium heavy. I mean more like extra heavy. And as you saw, I caught fish with it many times, and by any means you should have thrown this away already, but it's such a high quality rod that even losing a few inches from the top, more than a few, more like half a foot, it was still good. It's still good enough. Like I'm gonna use it for my heavy duty setup. All right, let's see if we got something. Felt like a fish. Oh yes, we do have something. We had a tiny cuda. First one on the boat, but it counts. We have arrived to this point here, oh my god, the current is ripping. Okay, we got a fish. Oh my god. Wow, look how I hooked this snapper. Well, we caught the second fish of the day. That should count for something. This is crazy, but this proved the versatility of this kayak, this ePDL drive, where, you know, I don't have to be killing myself to fight this area here, even with the heavy current just pushing me back like crazy. Like, I could choose to put it at 3 or 2, and I tend to fish this area here. If this was a paddle kayak, you would have to have your hands on the paddle. And if it was a motor kayak, you know, it's not as nice as just having the drive, because you could go easily in reverse or forward and make adjustments on the fly. I'm gonna try to fish here. This is one of the nicest spots today, other than the launch. There's basically no wind here, and the water is, everything is blown out. And all this is protected. That tells you how bad it is. I mean, you can see from here, the Atlantic is awful right now. Okay. Nice. Huge snapper. Oh yes. Huge snapper, guys. Keeper. See how big you are. Wow. Not bad, but I thought it was bigger. Good fight, good fish. The crazy part is that fish came on a jig head with 47-pound wire and a 60-pound leader. So much for go light, always go light. I lost a nice rod today, but this catch kind of like makes up for it in a way. But yeah. Hey, welcome back. So here's the thing so far, what I learned so far about this trip, and I'm gonna move myself here so maybe I could hide some of the wind from the audio. When it's calm, when the water is clear, it's so different because you don't have to be mindful of anything pretty much. If the rod falls in the water, you can pick it up because it's right there. If you hit something with the paddle, fine. If you have a line on the water, it's fine because you're not gonna be turning around, like you're positioned there. But if it gets nasty, winds like this, you have to be extra mindful of what you're doing. Your line could easily get caught up in drive. Your rod may easily fall off the boat, and you may happen to catch fish, like I did in this video. Alright guys, I want to do a little test. I'm going at speed 5. Let me see how fast that is. It's probably 2.5 miles an hour because conditions are a you know what. And oh my god, we're going faster than I thought. We're going 3.3 miles an hour. So I'm just gonna stand up here. Moving water, super windy. I feel like at home, dude. I don't feel like I'm flipping or anything like that. And looking back, hopefully I don't lose my balance again. If you want to see what I'm talking about, check that videos in the channel. Probably want to see the thumbnail anyways. But like, this feels very stable right here. If something happens and I'm looking forward and I lose my balance, I just fall back to the seat. But this boat is very super stable. Yes sir. We're gonna get out of here. Ramp. Guys, you don't know how nasty today was around here in the Keys. Look at that, it's blown out. That's the wind. It is just pure nastiness. This is a Terranova by Minn Kota. It is special. If you want to buy anything that we use today here, I'm gonna drop an affiliate link down in the description so you could go check it out. Coupon codes or whatever I have. We're gonna go ahead and get on this truck and drive it to the kayak. Look at the camera work right here, guys, so you can see where we are at all times. Look, you can tell where you're going so you don't hit the stuff. I think good enough here, and kind of inside, so that's all I need. Let's go ahead and load up. I got this, so I got the trailer hitch, but I got this bed extender. This is a long bed. I think you can use it without the extender, so if I use a bed extender, it's gonna make it easier for me to load up the boat and unload. So let's go ahead and do that. This is what I mean, dude. Look, so low to the ground. My truck, I have to like lift it up and push it. It's like there's a workout there. The bed extender is actually higher than the truck, but it's fine. And see, just lift here, push it in a little bit. Nice. Loving this so far. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna use, oh my god, this is so nice. Like I don't have to be reaching down there. It is up here. This is cool right here, not gonna lie. And it looks like you can move it. Like you can move it a little, unscrew it and move it. I don't, it's easy. Hey, there. You got plenty of space to put the trolling motor on this bed. All you have to do is move the kayak a little over there, lay down the trolling motor flat, and the kayak cart, you can put it anywhere on top of the kayak. Move this here. Make sure that it doesn't move anywhere. We're good. We're moving out, going to the water. All right, let's go for it, guys. Okay, so it is, what is today? Wednesday, July 23rd, Wednesday. There should be nobody here at Black Point, but it's probably busy because it's Black Point. So I'm gonna just pull over here, bring everything down, go park, and go have some fun. All right, guys, let's do this thing the right way. I was just gonna drag it and put it down, but this Yak Attack car has seen better days, bro. Oh my god, I have used it like so much. I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, wheels going. Dude, if that guy had the wheels spinning when he got out of the ramp with nothing on it, I could only imagine what would happen if he has some weight on it. That's crazy, bro. People do some crazy stuff. I think we're good, man. Let's go park. I love how that tailgate closes. All right, so I'm looking at the camera here. It's like the perfect parking spot if you have a better extender, because you don't even have to remove it. Let's go. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. So far so good. The rudder is turned a little bit. Now it's where it needs to go. Let's just hit it, boys. This thing is amazing, bro. So much power. This is maximum speed. Let's see how we do here. Maximum speed. Let's turn with the rudder. Oh, bro, yeah. We could turn with the rudder, no problem. Are we gonna hit the police officer truck? Wait, is that a truck? Right now, I have their boat like fit, like it's fixed. It's not AutoPilot or anything like that. The trolling motor, and I'm steering with my fancy rudder right here on the back. Here's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what I'm crazy. Let's just go with speed 10. Let me put this here so I don't wanna see what it does. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Speed 10. Oh my god. This thing is too much power, bro. Too much power. What is the rudder doing? Alright. It's hard to record and do everything at the same time. Too much power, bro. Okay, so what happens now if we go at too much power and we just spot lock? Well, amazing. It stopped and then it brought me back to where I was because I adjusted the game. super happy with the performance. Now I'm not gonna do another speed 10 like that. Another thing that I want to test is what if we just go and press AutoPilot right here. It has the red color right there. That means it's AutoPilot. And what's up? How you doing? You want to race? That's right. Thank you. Oh, we're hitting the wake, bro. So I have it right now on navigation. I got boats, but nothing crazy. I got plenty of room here, so hopefully you know, nothing crazy happens. Bro, I'm amazed at the fact that I haven't gotten the need to correct the course yet. I'm gonna have to do it here because the contour, but it's keeping me going through north or whatever the heck we're going, you know. I have it in cruise control, AutoPilot. We're seeing 4.8, 4.9, 4.7 miles an hour, and I think we're hitting a little bit of wind. You probably could hear the wind, but this is like, this is it, bro. This thing is nice. Now I want to do something crazy, okay? I want to do something crazy. So I'm gonna remove it off navigation. The red light is gone. I'm gonna stop it, okay? I'm gonna wait until the forward motion stops. I'm gonna put the head forward, and I just want to press 10, see what happens. Ooh, and now navigation. This is life, bro. This is life. This right here is life. This is why you live. It is 5 o'clock on a Wednesday. I don't know what day it is, and I launched my boat through a marina. I didn't have to pay parking because I don't have a trailer, and I have a GPS controlled trolling motor on the bow going over 4.5 miles an hour. I don't know if the tide is high or not, but I'm gonna cut through here because all I had to do is get up, bring the motor out of the water a little bit, paddle or walk, drop it again, do my business. This is nice, bro. Okay, Meta, message to Wayne through Messenger because you're too old. Okay, never mind, Meta. We're gonna do a demo of this trolling motor. I want to see how it does. Well, it looks like AutoPilot was taking us to the end, so I'm gonna remove AutoPilot, turn around, heat it up, maximum speed. I want to see what happens. Oh my god, this thing flies. Not sure if I'm balanced out, like, you know, like Shad Hoover wants you to be balanced out. Dude, look at this, guys. We're hauling. Let's see what happens if we spot lock. Cool, man. It's not as aggressive as it should be because I adjusted the game to -2, so it's not doing the boat thingy, but that's super cool. Now I've been fishing all over the place. I haven't seen a fish. Let me get out of here, and guess what? I'm gonna turn with the built-in rudder. I'm gonna go here, turning around here. I wanna feel the speed. Let's just put navigation. Oh no. Ooh. I put navigation without adjusting the course. Oh my god, you gotta be careful, guys. It decided to turn back quick. It's adjusting already. It's a school right here. I could even stand up here now. We're going the speed that we want. Let me see. So standing up is 4.8, 4.7 miles an hour. Let's see if I sit down, raise the boat a little bit, see what sort of speed we get. 4.9, 4.8. It looks like we gained something. I knew it because it felt slower when I stood up. So that's so cool, bro. 4.9 miles an hour. There was a little bit of current over there, so the motor was compensating. Now it's going straight. It's tilted because I'm tilted, you see? I turn and the motor sort of tilts. So you gotta sit balanced. I did a lot of casting. Only saw one fish going after my bait. 642. It's good. I don't like this video. It's not for oops. Like literally there's one rock in here and I have to like hit the one rock. Anyway, this video is not about fishing, it's about testing the motor, which did amazing. And proof of concept, you could definitely have a 24 volt 80-pound Terra Nova on your kayak. And the main problem here with the ePDL Plus Professional is this right here, that the head is where your pedals will be, and if you want to use the pedal, that's a problem. So what I would do is I would just add a plate and shift the trolling motor a little more to the side and call it a day. Now the cool thing about this motor here is that you just have to like that. All right guys, so we are heading back right now and I have it on autopilot. We are on the boat channel. There's a lot of moving water, changing conditions, contour and stuff like that. It's doing super well. I got the rudder just pointing straight. I have it locked down a little bit so it's not moving that much. The trolling motor I think is doing its job. That sun is on my face though. It's killing me. So I got complete control here with the remote. There's people fishing there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put the camera away and pay attention to where I'm going, because I may have to use the rudder or use my remote because there's fishing line there. There's a boat that it looks like it's coming. But I just wanted to give you this quick clip right here to show you that it does amazingly. It does correct a lot, because come on, look, it's moving waters all over the place. It's like circles in here, so it has to correct the course, but it's not doing it aggressively and it's doing it just fine. It looks like he's probably a mechanic. I think I've seen him before. Hello. Nada. Es que me tienen miedo. I told them the fish are scaring me. All right, let's bring this up before we're not able to do so. I can't believe I had to touch the paddle, bro. Oh, so annoying to touch a paddle. Seriously, what the heck is this? What's a paddle? Let's bring the truck. This car is really nice. I had it for 2 weeks already. I was even thinking about maybe getting not getting one, but like, what if the opportunity presents itself to get one, right? Because this is really nice. I think that's fine. I don't have to go all the way down. Let's talk about this setup right here. So Old Town has this 120 PDL Professional. Mine happens to be the ePDL Plus, which has that amazing EAT assist on the drive that makes the drive epic. Anyways guys, so I decided to put that 80-pound truss Terra Nova, 80-pound truss 3-type Terra Nova on this, the way that it just 4 bolts and goes in, and it was ready to go ahead. And you know what, I won't be able to do this, so let's just do it somewhere else. Because we got people here. I want to get out of the way. Comes out easy, just like that. The amazing Amped Outdoors lithium batteries on the back. Just gonna go ahead and drag my boat up to here and bring it up. So the cool thing about this Nissan truck, that is so low, you don't have to like break your back to put your kayak in there. Okay, let's bring it up. Get out of here. Wait, did that truck just broke down with a boat at the boat ramp? ¿Se rompió? Wow. Damn. It did break down, guys. That's crazy. So I was saying good things about the truck, how I was able to pull that boat out of the boat ramp, and then the truck, I heard a sound and then it kind of like broke down. That is crazy, you know? Break down like that at the marina. Let's talk about this brand new watercraft from Old Town. This is a brand new boat. It just came out to the market right now. That's why you see in this video. But is it new really? Like, is it really new? Like, do you see something different here? Or I should say something familiar back here? I mean, I see some similar stuff. Kind of like AutoPilot. Let me show you again. Look at this. That fancy back. Look at that. Look at those lines. It even has like underneath handles. And but we do see some new stuff here, and I'm gonna touch on it. But man, it looks familiar as hell. Look at that. That fancy back. That super huge tank well. All that space over here on the deck of the boat. Look at the walls, kind of like you got so much more space. Oh, this is different. This is a giant hatch right here that you could store things. Whoa. Let's talk about the reason why you will buy this boat. This is a kind of expensive high-end fishing kayak, and the reason for that is this. This is the ePDL drive that was first introduced on the Big Water 132 ePDL, and you can check those videos. They are in the channel if you want to learn more about it, more in-depth information about this drive and how it works and all that stuff. We cover all that in those videos. But the reason why this kayak it is what it is because of that. And let me tell you something. It is expensive, yes, but I think it's worth your money, and we're gonna get into it right now. Let's just touch on the drive quickly. This drive is a 31-pound motor and mechanical pedal drive in one. Like, it's built in one. And if you think about it, oh my god, 31 pounds is a lot, but really is it? Because if you take into account, let's say, to get what you get out of this drive, you're gonna have to put a Torquedo or something like it here in the back, and that's a $3,000 motor, and it also weighs like, I don't know, 25-30 pounds. This drive alone is that 30 pounds because the battery is right here. This is an integrated battery, right? And it's tiny and pretty much weightless. So if you compare the two things, weight is not a problem whatsoever. But what do you get out of this drive? Why is so much buzz about it? Why is it so special? Well, it is a pedal assist drive. That means it's kind of like an e-bike. If you want, you could let the drive assist you while you're pedaling, so you have less friction while you're there on the water. You can move faster, you can save energy, all that stuff. And you got 5 levels of pedal assist. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And at 5, you could hear this thing roar. But let's say you don't want to pedal at all because you're tired, or you're drinking water, or you just want to take a break. Well, what can you do? You go here and you do cruise control. And cruise control, I love. This is what I do. So you put it there. It's gonna engage once you pedal. I'm gonna show you the prop moving now. And you got 5 speeds that the drive could go on its own without needing any type of input from you. And you say, oh my god, but I'm gonna drain the battery. Well, this is the battery, the amazing Outdoors lithium battery, which is gonna power this drive. There's one in there inside the hole, and this is how it looks outside of it. And also comes with its own charger, but we're gonna touch more on the battery later. And look at that, it's moving. At speed 1, which are your trolling motor speed, this thing is gonna run for 46 hours, literally. Now, let's say you wanna give it a little more juice and you go to speed 3, kind of like that, maybe 2 miles an hour plus trolling speeds. It could go for 23 miles without you assisting it. But let's say you wanna crank it up and go, speed 5, what? It could go for 3 hours, probably longer than that. And if you assist it, it could go longer. Now, let me shut it off because I don't want to break it. But my point is, I used this drive on its own without me assisting it for hours and hours and hours, and I have gone miles and miles and miles all over the place. And it's like having a built-in motor right there on your boat that you don't have to worry about because everything is pre-wired and everything else. So now that we talk about the drive, let's talk about everything else. There's a few pros and cons that this boat has, and I want to cover them. So why would you get this boat? Why would you choose to get a ePDL Plus unit with your watercraft? Well, this thing has some really good features on it. A lot of you guys love the mechanical PDLs because of exercise and all that stuff, and I get that, but I want to fish, right? I want to focus on fishing. I want to go places where maybe my physical strength is not enough, or maybe I don't want to test it out, right? So I don't go. But with this watercraft, you can choose to do that. Always be safe out there, guys. Check the weather and everything else, you know, like don't do anything crazy. But my point is, this thing allows you to extend your range, fight heavy conditions, currents, wave, and all that stuff, and also helps you be safer out there. And let me explain. So I was in the Keys yesterday and the conditions were horrible. It was blown out, nasty weather, and it was really hard to stay in place. Like, I was trying to fish the bridge and the moving water and everything is just a mess. But I learned that by trying to time how strong the waves or the current is with the ePDL, speed 1, 2, 3, I was able to stay pretty much where I wanted to stay and fish the areas that I wanted to fish right there on the bridge. And that to me is epic special. But then I decided to move, go to a different bridge, cross areas where the current was simply ripping, and I also wanted to take a break. What did I do? I just set the drive on cruise control, maximum speed, and let it do its thing. Sometimes it will get nasty, heavy current, the drive will slow down because heavy current and also maybe some vegetation, but then you can choose to assist it. So if you put a little bit of effort on the drive, it's gonna go back to that 4 miles an hour plus by just putting a little bit of effort. And if you get tired again, well, you stop the pedaling. My point is that this thing is highly adaptable because it allows you to on the fly adapt to the conditions that you're facing, and that to me is very special. Let me explain. For example, I hooked a fish and I wanted to stop right away. If I have just the bow motor, for example, I had to be like looking for my remote, getting my hands off the rod, and maybe I would lose the fish because I was trying to do too much. In here, I could simply just hit the pedals in reverse and boom, I stopped the boat. And I could like reverse my course a little bit and fight the fish. I think I probably got more fish because I was able to do that with this watercraft. Instant reverse is huge and you still have it on this watercraft. It allows you to make those adjustments on the flight, and that to me is very, very special. The other thing is that I love my AutoPilot. Like, to me, I don't think that's ever gonna change, but I do understand why this is an epic fishing machine and why some of you guys may want to go this route. And it is the simple fact that sometimes the conditions are just plain horrible, and just having a 45-pound thrust trolling motor on the bow of your boat is not going to be enough to push through those conditions. Sometimes you need more than that. You're either going to have to assist it by paddling, or in this case, you just pedal. So if you combine human power with the drive, you could go through pretty much any type of conditions out there. I wouldn't say any type of conditions, but you know what I'm trying to say here. I'm not gonna correct myself anymore. Yeah, I think you understand what I'm trying to say, right? For example, if you hit a 4 miles an hour current, the drive alone may not be enough to push yourself through that current. Maybe you're not even moving because drive is maybe going 4 miles an hour and the current is 4, so you stay in the same position. Well, you just assist it. You crank up your feet, you start getting your workout, and you push through that heavy current, because a lot of times it's just a little patch, a little stretch that you had to go through, and boom, you're on the other side, and then you could go back to normal. That to me is very important. For example, if I'm gonna go offshore, I really don't want to take my AutoPilot with me. I done it once, probably won't do it again, but this boat, I think I will. I'm still slapping a second motor here just in case, but knowing that I got the speed, that I got the power to go through, to get out of those nasty conditions, it makes it special. I would say that's your angle. Like, if you're looking for a boat that is very versatile and it's gonna allow you to go fish waters that normally you wouldn't even think of, this is it. And now, on that note, let's talk about some other good stuff that this boat does offer. Like, for example, it doesn't paddle bad at all. Like, I was surprised how nice it paddled. I wanted to paddle it. I mean, that's unheard of. Like, whenever I get that feeling that I want to touch a paddle, I mean, something must be going on. It's not a paddling watercraft, but for what it is, for how wide and long it is, I think it paddles much better than you would think. And that is my experience on the water, and of course it may vary depending on how well you like to paddle or not. The other thing that got my attention is that I stood up on the deck. It's very, very stable, and I was able to sort of push-pull paddle through low, shallow water areas, and it felt amazing as well. And the other crazy part is I took this boat through the same waters that I took the big water 132 PDL, and on the ePDL Plus, big water, I was kind of scared that I was gonna flip over, because yeah, but this one I didn't feel remotely like I was flipping at all. It is this boat is that stable. But you know what, we're gonna have to flip it. We're gonna have to put it through its proper stability test, and that is coming up soon in the channel. But so far, major wins, super stability, super, I wouldn't say super speed, but useful speed, crazy ability to stay on fish, to fight current, to manage boat position, to fight the fish, pretty much. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what you want, right? A boat that allows you to adapt to different conditions, that allows you to get in the right position to catch and fight the fish and even release them. Like, I was like going through really close areas yesterday. Like, I needed to stay very close to the mangroves, and with this watercraft I was able to do it. I was able to navigate through those stretchy spots and contours and things, and when I was gonna hit the mangroves or something bad was gonna happen, I simply went on reverse. On a AutoPilot or another boat, you would have like probably hit the mangroves. So that's what I'm saying, you got a special ability here to control your watercraft. This being a brand new boat, it has brand new features that you'll love, and I want to show you guys. Over here you got a nice hatch that you could get access to this area here on the back, and you got a through hole system here, and the idea is that you're gonna be able to put your bow mount trolling motor here with this 1/4 inch insert, put your motor cable through this through hole wiring. You got a giant hatch here that you could like navigate stuff through, and then you're gonna run that cable all, and you got another hatch here all the way back here through here, and slap your motor through here and put in your battery right here with this tie down. It is designed to take an Old Town AutoPilot battery box, which I love, and I even use on other kayaks. So you're gonna be able to put in that battery there, train the weight of the boat, and you're gonna have a seamless quick disconnect connection from your battery to your bow motor like crazy. So that to me is epic. If you don't wanna go the ePDL route, or simply one day you just want to lift the ePDL or PDL back home, you can choose to power your watercraft with just a bow mount trolling motor, and you already have the assisting rudder. The only thing is that it's not like if you want to deploy your motor and you want to footrest steering, you don't have that, but you could do it because you got gear tracks, and you could find a way to make it happen, just like people do with their Hobby 360s, which that's what they do, because they throw the drive away and they just motorize it. I don't know, they spend like $6,000 on a Hobby 360 kayak and then they never use the 360 drive. It's just for the name. We also have a lot of brand new gear tracks, and these are fancy. One thing that we criticize Old Town for all the time was those plastic weird looking gear tracks. Now they got metals and they're long, and they got this little access point here. You could drop your accessories through here or through there, and it just is nice. It looks nice, it's heavy duty. I'm liking those gear tracks a lot. The other thing that comes with your hard-earned money is that this boat comes in ready. It is ready for you guys. You see that? It got already the wiring set up. This cable comes with your boat. You just plug it in and you're ready to go. Well, not quite ready, because you need to plug in the battery, which you do so right here. See that? You just connect it, boom, ready to go. Now to charge, Old Town does recommend that you remove the battery off there and you plug it into the wall with the charger that comes with it. Another useful fishing feature that this boat offers is that, you see that? Horizontal rod holders. And the crazy part is that, for example, if you have a bait caster, look where your rod is resting. You see that? Your reel is totally above the water. If you have a spinning setup like this fancy Piscifun 3000 Naughty X, which you should totally buy, by the way. I think I'm gonna link it on YouTube shop affiliate link. You could like just simply move this up like this, or put it on the side. Like, you find a way to set it up. But I really like that you have this resting parts right here on the back, so the reels are not on the deck like that. So you got 4 of them, so you'll figure it out. A lot of you guys use bait casters only, so hey, you know, the problem that I have with my spinning rod is not gonna be a problem at all. But it's not a problem because I could simply do that. You see that? Boom! Now having the gear tracks like that allows you to do some cool stuff. Like for example, I got this port right here, a Yak Attack port, that I could mount a camera mount if I wanted to do this crazy look when I'm launching the boat or whatever. Over here, you see that? This is some Yak Attack accessories that I'm gonna use to put my pole. It just goes in here and it's safely there. You tie it down and look at that. Just looks amazing. Another thing that you have on this boat is access to inside the hull of the boat, but I'm not concerned about, you know, flipping over and water getting into it. Well, I guess I should be, because this may be an issue. We're gonna be testing it out. But what Old Town really does is they take care of water intrusion. Look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. See this heavy gasket? I don't think a lot of water is gonna come in if you flip it. We do need to test it though. We do need to test it, because I don't want to be like one of those garage reviewers. I'll talk about stuff and they never actually test it, and then it's like, never mind, did I say that? No. Anyways, over here you got an access plate. If you remove that, you're gonna get access to inside the boat here, and also if something happens with your rudder, you could go ahead and just get access to this. And the cool thing about it is that you could choose this area, because you could replace this to put a electronic wiring setup or whatever you need to use it for, which is super cool. One thing I wasn't a big fan of is this flush mounted rod holders. I love flush mounted rod holders. I guess I loved them till the other day, where I had a fancy rod like this, and for some reason the rod being so smooth and nice and beautiful to hold doesn't quite compute with this rod holders that are a little inclined, and the rod fell off. I think a fish or something took it, and I haven't seen it, and made me sad. Like literally I think I cried, because yeah, I mean it's not nice losing a really nice rod like that, right? Anyways, just be mindful of that. If your rod has a really nice smooth handle, your inclined rod holder may not hold it properly. So what I recommend you do, you either tie it down like that, or you get a Yak Attack or Scotty or whatever rod holders that you can manage the incline, because you have a lot of space here, right? So that's just something that you should be aware of, because you don't want to lose your fancy rod like I did. Anyways, let's talk about some other stuff that this boat offers that is very, very special and new and unique to this boat. And that is, look at it, how high you seat and how nice that looks. This is brand new, guys. You got a C-frame that you can move all the way back here. You see, this could go all the way back here, or you can move it all the way forward, depending how big you are. I like it close. I don't know, I'm weird. Maybe you want to be a little more laid back, a little more stretched out when you move it a little back. But for me, I like it here. I think this is the best setup for me, and I just love how it works. But you got options. The seat is the same seat that you got on the AutoPilot, which that's good news. You know what I'm saying? I do feel like it's a little different though. Maybe my seat is kind of like the original one, so maybe they did change it a while ago and I didn't even notice, but it's nice. So I don't got my seat fully tied down, but once you're on the water, you put it in and you go ahead and clip it, and it's not gonna go anywhere. And the sitting position, I think, is optimal. It's super easy to just go from sitting to standing up. You don't have to do a lot of effort, and I love this because I think this will give you options to, maybe if you want an aftermarket seat, you could go ahead and do so. Once you take the frames out, like, you could use the tracks because it's on this built-in tracks, and you could definitely go ahead and put your own aftermarket seat if you have a favorite. So that to me is super cool. It's Old Town stuff, but allows you to make changes to it if you want to. So that to me is super, super cool. And of course the drive, and you got storage here and the giant storage that I showed you before. So the boat has some really cool tournament ready fishing fixtures that you're just gonna love. Like here, you got pockets to put bait, cup holder, and a bunch of other stuff. Now, if you look at under the seat, you see that giant space. You could definitely put a tray there to organize your stuff and everything else. Like you can make this boat fit your needs, and that's what's so special about it. Also, you have paddle keepers and other stuff. Now let's go ahead and address some of the cons that you're gonna have with this boat, because of course nothing is ever perfect, and like right now something just bit me there and I'm scratching, and I'm supposed to be making a perfect video. So let's start with the price. Don't quote me on this, but I think this is gonna retail for $6,000, just like the original ePDL Plus 132, which was $6,000, but now you could get for $5,500, and I'm gonna link that one below as well if you want to check it out. Fill a link to Amazon. So let's see why it's so expensive. Walk with me. We're talking about top of the line, cutting edge technology that requires a lot of work, a lot of R&D, and a lot of time and effort put into this for years before the company could even turn in a profit. The first ePDL Plus, I think it took 3 years from the day they started developing it until the day you could actually buy it. I think it was more than 3 years, and it was put in on a boat that to me it was the wrong boat. The 132 was just simply the wrong watercraft to debut this motor with. I think it should have been this. I think Old Town had the capacity to make this boat the unit to launch that drive with. They didn't do it. Whatever, past is past. Let's talk about the present. So $6,000, how can we make sense of this? Well, that's why I put the battery there, so give you some clues, and that's why I rig it up like this, so you get some clues. If you're gonna buy just the hull, no drive, let's assume this is a paddle kayak and you have no holes here, you just got like a flat deck or maybe a pod for your electronics, you're looking at a $3,000 value, just the hull. And how do I know that? Well, look at the STR from Bonafide. The STR from Bonafide is sort of like the same boat, maybe a little wider. It is wider, and it's $2,900, but it doesn't have a rudder. This boat does have a rudder, so I would say a rudder value is probably $300, but let's just round it up to $3,000. So the whole $3,000. Now, where do you get the other $3,000? You're looking at it, the drive. The drive unit alone could be worth between $1,000 to $2,000. I would say a 5-year warranty from Old Town, like what they offer, it's probably worth more than that. But let's bring the price down to $1,000. It could be $1,500, but let's bring it down to $1,000. Then you have the battery. The battery comes included on the boat, right? And that battery, they charge you like $1,000 for it, which is a lot of money, but it comes with a charger and the pre-wire and everything is already done. So that adds another $1,000 to the price. So now we have $5,000. Where is the extra $1,000 coming from? Do you forget the fact that this is actually a motor built into the drive? That could be worth another $1,000. I would say probably more than that. Let's talk about it. Look at the competition. You got the Torpedo unit, which is about $3,000 with a battery, right? And if you go the Newport route, let's say you get NK300 with a nice battery, like a fancy Antador lithium battery, you could be looking at $2,600. But then you will have to install the motor yourself. You still need to run cables, buy a bunch of accessories. So I say that is a value of $3,000, right? Meaning we arrived at the price of why this thing costs $6,000. If you think about it, and if you add all the labor and everything that it takes to make this boat a real thing, I would say the value is closer to $7,000. I think Old Town could realistically charge you $7,000 for this boat, but they only charge you $6,000 because they want to sell some of them, right? Just because you could sell something for a certain amount, or maybe you should, doesn't mean that you should. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But anyways, they're looking for the sweet spot of what can they price this at that they could still sell enough units to turn in a profit. But now price is so low that they don't make any money even if they sell enough units. It's a business at the end of the day. So yes, it is expensive, but I think it's worth the money. Now let's talk about weight. This drive is 31 pounds, but if you combine a drive and a motor, you're looking at more than 31 pounds, so the weight is basically not an issue. This is actually easier to work with. I remember, you know me, and I love motors, and I'm always looking for my fancy motor, whatever it is. I want to have my motor on my boat, and I found myself grabbing this ePDL Plus unit on my 132 ePDL and going fishing with it because it was so easy. I didn't have to do a squat. I didn't even have to register the watercraft because it's a hybrid. It's not a, I mean, the motor will not engage unless you engage it, but whatever, you do you. But my point is, I just had it on the cart, I will move it to the truck, and it was so easy, and everything was in the boat, and I didn't have to worry about external batteries or cables or steering or whatever. It was just done. And I'm getting the same feeling with this. It's like I want to go fishing with this, and adding the power pull, it just makes it that much more exciting, where I could do my normal fishing that I do all the time, shallow waters that I could anchor with my pole and not miss AutoPilot or GPS or the AutoPilot that much, because I do have complete control of the watercraft. I think if I was deep in the ocean and I couldn't use my anchor, maybe I will miss it, but then you have the instant reverse and the cruise control and all that stuff, like maybe not so much, right? So a combination of an ePDL drive and this makes this boat work. But you probably are like, Alex, I'm losing you here, what are you talking about? What I'm saying is that having everything in a built-in unit, that all you need to worry about is this cable, because your battery is going to be on the hull, makes it super easy for you to just go fishing and enjoy the day, and you don't have to worry about anything else. So let's go ahead and turn this unit on so I could show you one of the issues that you're gonna experience while you're on the water, which to me is not really an issue, but well, listen to it. Hear that? The drive unit is gonna make noise, but most of that noise is up here, not so much down here. Under the water, the noise is not as much as it is above the water, so I wouldn't worry about that. I caught a ton of fish. I mean, I have fish hitting the hull of the boat with this unit on, so I don't think that noise is gonna scare anything. Well, I mean, if you bump into it or you go to a place where a fish has never seen a motorized watercraft, then maybe, but come on, don't even get me started with noise and whatever. You know, let's keep going. So the other issue that you're gonna encounter is if you stop, you hear that, and you go in reverse, you're gonna hear that grinding, you're gonna feel that little friction on the watercraft, and it's normal because this is a motorized mechanical watercraft with a ePDL drive, which is crazy. I mean, how can, like, I don't even know how this thing is even possible that it exists, right? Like, you going on a motor and then suddenly you stop it and you go in reverse mechanically, that is a lot. So I'm willing to put up with that little friction, that little noise that it makes if I need to quickly stop and reverse my course because I have a fish on the line. I mean, it's totally worth it. The other thing that people gonna be concerned with is once you start pedaling on manual without the motor assist, you're gonna feel some sort of resistance. But I feel like, my personal opinion after putting hundreds of hours on a system like this, is that I think it's not just initial push. Once you get going, it feels like a normal PDL kayak. Because when I ran out of battery the other day, because I was trying to deplete the battery and I started pedaling by myself because I didn't have the battery, I was able to just ramp through. I was actually going faster than the motor on its own, and I was cutting through waves and stuff. I didn't feel any resistance or anything like that. So that to me is super, super huge. Hopefully I don't fall, but I think for the final, okay, don't fall, Alias, don't fall, please don't fall. I have a history of falling off kayaks and stuff. Yeah, for my final thoughts, I figured it would be nice to sit on the watercraft, and you hear that? That's a sound fabric makes, and there are ways that you could remedy that, but I don't care about it. I really don't care about it. But if you do, you could put like a tape around it and stop it from doing that. But anyways, final thoughts is I really enjoy my time with this watercraft. I really think it's worth the $6,000 when you take in the outdoor lithium battery, the pedal assist, and how useful it actually is on the water. That you could fight currents, you could go with the distance. Like I went 7 miles into the backcountry in the Keys, and only because I have this drive. If I had the mechanical drive, I wouldn't even think about it. And also just having one single motor on the back, like an NK300 or something like that, stuff could happen. So the redundancy that this thing offers you, where you have the motor, and if the motor breaks or you run out of battery, you have the drive itself, is epic. But please take a spare prop if you're going the distance, because stuff will happen. Get prepared. But I think it is totally worth the $6,000. Now, is it worth $6,000 for you? Like, I mean, you work hard for your money, and even if you can afford this, should you buy it? Well, that is up to you. But the great thing is that you also have the standard 120 non-PDL drive option. I don't know how much that is priced, but it's probably gonna be priced a lot less than this, and you could use that. You could buy that one. And I think Old Town should come up with a paddle only model of this, where it's gonna have a foot steering rudder system for people that just don't want to have any drive, and they just want to slap a motor on the bow or put a motor on the back. I think Old Town should totally work on that, and I hope they make it a reality. Do I have any other negative thoughts about it? No, I don't think so. I mean, negative one is expensive. 2, some of you may feel like you have to register it. And 3, maybe you don't have enough time to actually use it and enjoy it, which is kind of sad, but that's just a standard thing. I really don't have any other negative thoughts about it that comes to mind right now. I'm trying to think. No, but that's why we're gonna do a proper full in-depth review, kind of like after the honeymoon period, to kind of like maybe we'll contradict some of the things that I said in this video, but maybe not, who knows. That's why it's good to do that. I actually done that with the AutoPilot over the years. I have reviewed that boat every year. So I may do something like that with this one. Yeah, I think I found a negative. So over here, you see the padding? There's no padding. Let me show you. There's no padding here. And I noticed that it could be a little slippery if you kind of walk forward and stand here. Like, it could be a little slippery. So what I recommend is that you see this as an opportunity and you head over to TV Nation, use coupon code Alice Folgata, it's an affiliate code, and get yourself some HydroTurf, is that how you say it? Whatever, deck padding, and make it your own. Add some deck padding to this stuff, and let's go have a go at it. I think I'm out of energy already. You've probably been thinking about this for a long time. What should I get? The Bonafide XTR 130 or the Old Town 120 PDL Professional? Well, fear not. In this video, I'm gonna go over the pros and cons of each boat, and I'm gonna give you my own personal opinion as to which one would I get at the end of this, based on my extensive experience with each of these boats. As you know, everything starts at the specs. It's all about specs. All we care about as human being is how much bigger or smaller something is versus the others. It's all about the measurements. All right. The 120 PDL is 120. It's 12 feet long versus the XTR coming in at 12 feet 9 inches. So the STR is not quite 13 feet long, but it's quite longer. It is also quite wider. The STR comes in at 40 inches and a half versus the Old Town 120 at 36 inches. On paper, the STR should be far more stable than the 120 PDL. But really, frankly, with all my years of flipping, testing kayaks, I say that stability depends a lot on the user, on how much load you have on your boat, on the weather, on a lot of factors. So I would say this is like we're splitting hairs here, right? I don't think you should choose the STR over the 120. because of stability alone. Both of them are plenty stable. But what you do need to be mindful of is the weight of each boat. The STR, the hull alone, is 155 pounds. Look, you could take that kayak, put it on top of your SUV, and go take it to the water and have fun with it. I did a whole video with Chad Hoover showing you exactly how to do that, how to car top this kayak. But if you care about yourself and you care about your back and you want to have actually a good time on the water, car topping this kayak is out of the question. Even using it on the bed of your truck should be out of the question as well. I would say STR, if you're serious about the kayak, you should totally consider buying a trailer for it. Because 155 pounds whole only is a lot. And now, the way you're gonna use this kayak is not gonna weigh just 155 pounds. You're probably gonna be pushing 400 to 500 pounds. Guys, get a trailer. You know, don't break your back. Well, the 120 PDL, which I have right here again, that one, the whole only is 105 pounds. Yes, that is heavy, but it's super manageable. You can remove the drive, you can remove the batteries, you can remove everything, and just put it on the bed of your truck or even car top it and go take it on the water and have fun just like you would a normal kayak. And then when you bring it off, just put the drive on, do your thing. It is far more manageable in terms of weight. For a lot of people, the 120 PDL is a better choice because, again, if you don't have a trailer, it's not even a comparison. Aside from weight and capacity, actually, we didn't touch on capacity. Okay, so the STR, you could hold, it says that it holds 750 pounds, while the 120 Professional holds 565 pounds. Why such a big difference? Well, the STR is no longer wider and longer, but also it doesn't have a giant hole in the middle for the drive, so it's able to have more buoyancy, therefore you can carry more stuff with you. Now, 565 pounds of capacity, including the angler, is a lot of capacity, guys. Like, you don't need more than that. You're splitting hairs here. Unless you're yourself 350 pounds and you have 7 batteries, 7,000 fish finders, and God knows what else you take with you, then yeah, the Bonafide XTR is a good option. It's a better option in this case. But if you load up a kayak like that, if you put 600 pounds on a kayak, you're asking for trouble, man. You're literally asking for trouble. So weight capacity here, to me, is a wash. But again, if you want to go all out, yes, the STR is able to carry more stuff. The only thing, I just had a thought here. So in terms of capacity, the STR really wins this battle, and it's useful if you want to take a second angler with you. And that is one of the reasons why they made this boat, to be able to be used as a tandem kayak. And if that's the case, if you want to file for divorce, or you want to pick a fight with your friend, never talk to him again, well, then the STR is a better option in this case. Yeah. Now, how to choose what kayak you should get between these two based on the waters you're going to be fishing. If you're going to be fishing big waters, going offshore, whether it's a big lake or it's the ocean, I highly recommend you get a kayak that has a built-in pedal drive system and that is able to also take a motor. Why is that? Redundancy. You don't know what the heck happened out there to you. Things could go wrong, and things will go wrong. If you flip over and you have dual motors set up on your STR, chances are some of those motors will stop working. But if you flip over on a PDL kayak, I mean, for that drive to not work anymore, stuff gotta go really wrong. So for that reason alone, for big water, I would say the 120 PDL wins because you want to have that drive. Now, if you're gonna be fishing inshore, near shore, bass fishing, small lakes, whatever, places where you're not gonna be facing the nature challenges like you would on a big water lake or offshore, then the STR may be a better boat, depending on how much you want to work on that boat to make it the best it can be. And on that note, let's talk about that. We gotta talk about setups Okay, so what would I get? What should you get if you only want to use a bow motor? If you don't want to do anything, if you don't want to do anything at all, like you just want to get your motor, put it on your boat and go, there's a simple answer, and it's gonna shock you. You see this here? These are inserts. So you could just get your little puck from your trolling motor, your turbo, whatever, put it in with some bolts, and you're ready to go. Your battery, you could just put it inside here, just plug it in, and that's it. You don't have to do anything else. This boat has a built-in rudder. You can just stick it in the water and do your thing. Because I've done it. That's exactly how I used it. It took me 2 seconds. I didn't have to do nothing, literally nothing. Now, if you want a more clean setup and you want the fancy, pulleys and stuff, yeah, it's gonna take time, and you're gonna have to build that up. And if you need to do that and you want to do that, and if you need to do that or you want to do that, then this is where the STR is probably gonna be a better option for you. Because if you're willing to actually, let's take the back, not back, but let's scale that back, or start from the beginning, I guess. If you have the time and you don't mind spending a little more money and time, the STR may be a better option if you're just gonna bow mount it. Why? Because the STR, you can put a rotor on the back, set up the footrest, and you're gonna be able to control your boat hands-free, which for a lot of fishing techniques is incredible. Crazy advantage. Think about this. If you have that 120 with just a bow motor and the rudder, you're gonna be touching that rotor or that remote a lot of times, like crazy amount of time. And every time you do that is one less cast you're actually doing, therefore you may be catching less fish. While if you have the bow mounted trolling motor and you have full control, you could steer your boat and travel places and go stuff while you're casting without having to worry about anything. But to get to that point, it requires a lot of DIY, a lot of stuff, and yeah, if you're willing to put in the work, you're gonna have a better product with the STR. Now, let's talk about what if you just want a stern motor. That's it, no bow motor. Which boat will you pick? Let's say you have a NK300 in the back, just say in your house, you want to put in the back, what boat should you get? Well, the answer for that is gonna shock you again. It should be the XTR 130, because you could put the motor actually in the middle where it should go, and again, you could control it with your foot. Now, all that is good if you wanna do the work or you wanna pay somebody to do the work. Otherwise, you may be better off just putting your NK300 on the back of your 120 PDL, set it to a fixed position, and you just steer with built-in rudder. But again, I mean, that's kind of like, oh, I could do this too, instead of the XTR being, I could do this very well if you set me up for success. Right now, something I didn't touch on is, if you want a pedal drive kayak, or if you're not going to use motors, there's a simple answer here. Which kayak is better? Well, in that case, the 120 PDL is 1 billion times better, because it comes with a drive and it comes ready to go. You don't have to do anything at all. Which boat should you pick between a loaded XTR with an NK300 battery and everything and all the works, versus the ePDL version of the 120 professional from Old Town? This is a fair comparison, because in terms of pricing, when you add your NK, your cabling, your footrest, your battery, you're looking at $6,000 on the XTR. Okay, $6,000. How much does the 120 professional cost with the ePDL option? $6,000. So it's the same price. In this case, which should you pick? If you ask me, my own personal opinion, and I could be a little biased here because I'm getting older and my back hurts and everything else, I'd rather go for the ePDL option. Why is that? Simple. Ease of use. My goodness. All I have to worry about is just the drive. Nothing else. And we've been using pedal drive kayak for ages. So it's like nothing really changed. I just put the thing on the water, plug in the ePDL drive, and I have a motor on it. It has an incredible range. The battery is weightless. I could go, I done 14 miles round trip. Not have to worry about the batteries at all. It's the ease of use that just plug in and play. That I don't have to do anything else to the boat. It's crazy amazing. And if I want like anchoring solution, I could use a power pole in the back or a little stick. Or if I have a Minn Kota unit laying around, I just put it on the bow. I mean, you're gonna do that with the STR anyways. You're gonna add the second motor. So for ease of use, and or if I don't want to use a trailer, this setup right here, my own personal opinion, sorry about the wind, the ePDL wins the cake. But if you want to have like everything super fancy set up, like professionally installed, you have a fancy trailer, you have all the motors, all the pulleys, everything, and you treat it like a boat instead of a kayak, I think in that case the STR is probably gonna win even over the ePDL. But you have to basically admit that what you have is a small boat. Although all kayaks are boats, but you know what I'm trying to say. Comment below, let me know what you think about this video. Am I right, wrong? And I'll see you in the next one.